If I hide the topic, will a person reading the question guess this was a topic from the questions? Empathy is less about accommodation and tolerance. It's more about acceptance and respect. Curiosity, what lies beyond? Let's go and see. Introspection-based learning. Okay, let's get started now. I realized there's one thing I have not told you in the essays, so I'll cover that first. So what all we have done, okay, let me summarize quickly. I stressed number one, what can you do to understand the topic? Okay, you have the keywords with you. Try rephrasing the topic with the keywords. Try to see if you can develop alternate words and you rephrase it. Okay, so quick recap. The first, I said, you learn to understand the topic. Again, for this, I said, you try rephrasing the topic. Okay, we'll use alternate words. The second thing I said was the directed brainstorming. So I gave you a canvas for that. Okay, the canvas, the 12-box canvas that we talked about. So I think all of you are now familiar. You rephrase, you have the way forward, and the 2 boxes for the nudge. Use art, culture, whatever you can at 3 levels. You've got reasons, insights, look for the values you can map with. Okay, that's one. Third, I said that your essays ka jo introduction hai, okay, how do you develop that? The introduction, I said, let it be 3 parts. One is a rephrase. Number 2 is think of the reasons, more like a summary. Okay, don't give examples. Because aage aake aap kholenge with examples. You'll open up the topic with examples. When you start off, just have the examples with you. And the third I said is narration. And I think one idea you have understood. Introduction ka purpose kya hai? The purpose of introduction is that the examiner should know you have understood the topic, you have an approach for it, you have some unique thinking. So this is for convincing the examiner that the essay is worth reading. That's the idea. Okay, this we have done. Now, I must talk about one more thing. Values se mapping karna. And for values mapping, I gave you that 4 types. Values related to some common good or some development objective. Values related to something which is inward. It is about your own person. Values around leadership, and some of those are emotional, feeling-based values. ये 4 मैंने आपको दे दिया है. And invariably, your essay topic will fall into one of them. Sometimes even 2 of them can be there, but identify that and develop essay on that. तो हमने अभी तक ये 4 चीज किया हुआ है. Okay, brainstorming, how to understand the topic, and so on. Now there is one more mantra types, which is also my favorite one, and it has worked with a lot of people. Okay, it's one of the easiest ones. See how you can develop on it. So as a part of brainstorming and as a part of developing insights. Okay, insights. देखो, idea वही है कि your essay must have something very interesting to talk about. कुछ एक idea हो, कुछ एक input हो, some kind of information that makes your essay very interesting to read. Something where it shows that you're capable of a deep thinking, you're capable of a deep debate. So for that, what I do is I talk about generate questions, the answer to which is a dimension for the essay. ये बहुत आसान technique है. You're given a topic and you frame questions on that topic. हर topic पे आप 5, 6, 15 question बना सकते हो. You can pick up 4, 5, whatever you want to pick up. So say it's like once your canvas opens up, like, उसके बाद it's your choice. We have mainly 3 problems in essay writing. एक problem तो ये है कि topic समझ में नहीं आता. And for that, I'll say the only way forward is do more and more topics. Okay, spend more time thinking on the topics, debating on the topics, keywords. Okay, and then keep hoping you'll get a topic, and you will get. 8 topics में से या 2 topic तो समझ में आएगा ही आएगा. That is one challenge. The second challenge is we do not have enough content to write down for 10, 12 words. So इसके लिए क्या करना होगा? I said one is your canvas, तो जो सबहेड्स दिया है, look for reasons, look for insights, look for the counter idea, look for how it benefits, look the values. It's one type of opening up. And the same opening up you can also do like this. In fact, earlier, before I developed the canvas, I relied mainly on this. Okay, and it's very effective. It's like almost like a shortcut to a very good essay. But now you have got two options to develop your width. One is the canvas, second is ye wala. And third challenge in writing is the language part. Again, language part, I do not think I can do much right now. आपके पास जो language है, आपने जैसे सीखा है, and in time you will develop it better. The first two I'm addressing. So, generate questions में, what you should do is take up a topic and think on whatever comes to your mind in which the topic is addressed. So let me take up some questions here, okay? Like say this topic, I'm taking up a topic of previous years. Say the topic is process of a self-discovery has now been technologically outsourced. Okay, this is the topic, 2021 ka topic hai. The process of self-discovery has now been technologically outsourced. Now, think of some questions, 2, 3, 4 questions, 5 questions, and write the questions down in the proper wordings mein likhe aap log. And then we can discuss. So let's all try and let's see. And remember, very importantly, that the question must represent this topic. Start off now. Think of questions. And my only rejoinder is that the question must reflect the topic. The question must reflect the topic. This is my main requirement. All of you, let's see. Online, offline. Online, guys, you can type your questions. But soch rupe, ref pe likh lo. Write the question in a proper question format with a question mark. Online, is it okay? First step, process of self-discovery has been technologically outsourced. हो गया? अच्छा, next काम ये करो. Yeah, all of you listen. So what you must have done is, okay, you wrote question number 1, you wrote something here. Question number 2, you wrote something here. Question number 3, आपने यहाँ कुछ लिखा होगा ऐसे. Next, what you do is renumber them. Maybe in some logic, you think, this must be my first question. This must be my second question. आपको लगता है कि नहीं, sequence में शायद ये होना चाहिए third question. So now renumber them. If the same number is fine, it's fine, no problem. आपको लगता है 1, 2, 3, 4 is my sequence, that's okay. But generally ऐसे होता नहीं है. When you are thinking, it's not possible you are thinking in a logical way. You're writing as your ideas come to you. Process of self-discovery has now been technologically outsourced. देख लिया आप लोगों ने? अच्छा. Now do one thing. इसी के साथ में, somewhere side में, maybe 1 or 2. It could also be just 1. That's okay. Tell me what you think is your most insightful question. Okay, put an I there. It's not possible all the 5 are very insightful. Okay, but एक ऐसा होगा या 2 ऐसा होगा of your 3, 4 questions. That's a very good insight, I tell you. This exercise, this is one of my favorite techniques. And it works. आपने canvas को इसके साथ जोड़ दिया, okay, you will be having a problem of too much of content. You'll not know what to stop on. And my students have sweared on this. Okay, so a very interesting exercise. Let's see. One important thing about your questions has to be, remember, कि ये जो questions हैं, the questions, they are supposed to cover the scope of the topic. आपके पास जो भी topic है, उस topic का जितना width होना चाहिए, the entire scope, these questions must cover. So I'm reading this set of dimensions given by one of your friends, and we'll discuss one by one. You all can see this, I believe. So यही sequence है. The process of self-discovery has been technologically outsourced. The first question is, what is self-discovery? Why there is a need arise for self-discovery? Basically, why do we need self-discovery? What do we gain from self-discovery? What are former ways of self-discovery? Why is it now technologically dependent? ये 5 questions हैं. अब आप बताओ, ये topic self-discovery पे है, या is it about technological outsourcing for self-discovery? If I consider each of this question is worth approximately 100 words, 150 words, you have got 5 questions with you. 5 questions मतलब ये 5 क्वेश्चन में आपका ऐसे हो जाना चाहिए, जिसमें कि 1, 2, 3, 4 में आपका वर्ड टेक्नोलॉजी है ही नहीं. So if I change the topic to self-discovery, the need and challenges for man, तब भी आपका यही टॉपिक यही रहता है questions, right? I hope you got the point here. The questions you ask are very important. They cannot be any random questions. They must be questions that tell us about the topic. This is a classic example where you have gone by one keyword और one keyword में आपने पूरा ऐसे खोल दिया है और आपका टॉपिक पर ऐसे आया ही नहीं. It only came here. Hope you got the point here. So in this you have lost the topic itself. So if I hide the topic, will a person reading the question guess कि this was a topic from the questions? अगर मैं टॉपिक छुपा देता हूं and I'll say look at the questions and tell us what the topic was, you lose it, right? These are the least relevant questions. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4 को मिला के could have been one question maybe, but we needed more questions on the topic. So you have lost the essay here. One rule of essay writing is कि आप जितना भी अच्छा लिख लो, if you miss the topic, we can't give you marks. Anybody scoring less than 100 or less than 90, okay, I'll say generally are those who are missing the topic. So that's your list of questions. Let's try this. Why self-discovery is outsourced? Why outsource to technology? What are different processes of self-discovery? What are the process of self-discovery before it was given to technology? What are the challenges of self-discovery? Who was this one? Batao, what do you think about the questions now? Question number 1. You give me 5 questions. Why is self-discovery outsourced? What are the challenges in the process of self-discovery? What are the different processes of self-discovery? 5 में से 3 question ऐसे हैं that don't tell me about the topic. It's like more than half of your essay has been lost. And then, do these questions look logically arranged? Should why outsource to technology? Should it be followed by what are the processes of discovery? इसमें कौन से पहले आना चाहिए बताओ? Between 2 and 3, what must come first? पहले आप बताओगे what are the different processes, and then you will say why are we using technology to outsource it? Correct? If your questions are not in sequence, your essay writing will not be in sequence. A good example of how you are messing up in terms of your flow and arrangement of ideas. एक तो इस questions में the 3 questions which are not about the topic. You picked up one word और आपको उसने खोल दिया आपने उसको. You forgot the other word. And can you tell me which of this is actually insightful question? कि देख के लगेगा a very new question here. So this question, see, I'm saying no. I'm looking at the questions as representing the topic. The questions are representing your essay itself. So one, I found the questions are not all relevant to the essay. Second, I found the questions are not sequentially arranged in some way. So you said, what are different processes of self-discovery as one? I'll say no. The one should have been why self-discovery, Shahid. Then you will say what are the methods. Then you will talk about what are the challenges. Then you should go about why outsource. Somewhere is a miss. And third is none of them are insightful. So आपका essay में, if it's not insightful, it's a very regular write-up. Essays may remember one thing, nothing is right or wrong. Essay is always number 1, relevant or not relevant. The ideas are arranged or not arranged, and the ideas are interesting or not. Of the 3, I'll say relevance is the first most important thing. You can't miss relevance. And the second, if you want to score really high marks, I need some very nice, powerful ideas. They can like, yeah, yes, this was a brilliant idea, a new idea, which others could not have written on. So that's your list. Okay, now one of your friends online, let me take up his also. And why I'm saying this, lot of conviction is, this has happened with me in my attempts. The first attempt I gave, I got 147 in essay. And that time essay was out of 200 marks. I think I was among the highest marks there. The next year, okay, I got 62 out of 200. It's not possible कि एक साल में मेरा language खराब हो गया. It's not possible in 1 year I have gone dumb. I can't think at all. And I look back and analyze, and it always is in my mind, what mistake did I do? What I realize is, the second year I got overconfident. Okay, I took on a topic, and second year में मैंने क्या किया था? Mistake what I did was, I was kind of gambling. Gambling क्या मैं उठाता हूँ, एक difficult topic उठाता हूँ, okay, and I will write in some perspective and I'll try scoring it. It backfired on me. और backfire का एक बहुत important reason था Okay, I read some article before I walked into the examination hall. जब हम बोलते हैं कि एग्जाम के पहले the first night also don't read anything, no revision required. So what happens is what's called a recency effect. I read an article, I liked the article. Our examination में subconsciously I wrote my essay around that article. I kind of forgot what the topic was. So if you miss the topic, no way you can get any marks, even if you have got great language, even if you have great amount of insights. Let's try another one. Look at these questions. What is meant by self-discovery? What signifies technological outsourcement? Why the process of self-discovery is technologically outsourced? How is it outsourced? What benefits of technological outsourcement of self-discovery? What are the other processes of self-discovery? ये किसका आंसर ये वाला लिस्ट है? आपका है. आपको ये दिख रहा है अभी आपको? Why? What is self-discovery? What are the processes of self-discovery? What are the benefits? Okay, I think these two questions probably have some. इसमें repeat हो गया. Why the need to do it and what are the benefits? Can you see the overlap हो रहा है? If your questions have an overlap, का मतलब क्या है? Your essay will be repetitive. So I maintain that idea that your questions will represent your essay. आपको 5 क्वेश्चन लिखा आपने. 5 क्वेश्चंस में 2 क्वेश्चन is peripheral questions और 2 क्वेश्चन overlap कर गया. This is almost like 3/4 of essay. You have not written really something dramatic. Anyway, you came a bit later, so you forgot the first part. What are the benefits of self-discovery and why the process? How could be one question? आप develop नहीं किया इसको आपने. So again, go back and think on this. What could you do to rephrase it? And none of them, like I said, is really insightful. Why are we outsourcing? What are the benefits? How are we outsourcing? Okay, these are regular questions. ये मेरे ख्याल से सबके मन में आ ही जाएगा more or less. So I want some insightful. Think on this again. What is the effective way of self-discovery? Why the need has been arisen for technology outsourcing of self-discovery? What can we do to take responsibility of self-discovery? What harm technology can do in the process of discovery? So I think 2 and 4 are on the topic. Why to outsource the process of discovery? And why should, okay, you have numbered it then. Why the need is 1. What can do to take responsibility discovery? So second वाले में आप खो दिया अपने topic. Third वाले में why to outsource? So third and second में you are missing the topic again. Technology नहीं दिख रहा है मुझे. And then you go to effective way. So आप first question में आप topic के साथ में थे. 2, 3, 4 में आप topic miss कर गए. And remember one more thing. Essay writing का किया आप लोगों ने, you'll realize कि while writing you will generally forget the topic. If you actually done, you will see that. आप 2 पेज के बाद में भूल जाओगे कि क्या टॉपिक था. You must again come back and check. So imagine you have written 3 questions. 3 questions इसमें कि टेक्नोलॉजी है ही नहीं. But 3 questions का मतलब है आपका 6 पेज हो चुका है approximately. It's very unlikely you'll come back and hit the topic again. आप टॉपिक 6 पेज में खो चुके हो. And this question, what harm technology can do in process of discovery? Nobody's writing about the benefits. Why? Why is this general skeptical idea कि technology of self-discovery अगर use कर रहे हैं हम लोग तो खराबी होगा? I'm yet to see a single question that tells me it's a great idea. It's a very innovative concept. ये पहले नहीं था तो कुछ problem थी. अब अच्छा है that we have done it. ठीक है? Somehow there is this mindset कि technology है तो खराबी हो सकता है. See, technology is not always machines. Remember that. It's one of the mistakes we are doing. Anything which has a process to it, anything that has a method to it, anything that has some kind of norms and rules in how it was moved, it's a technology. There are technologies for meditation. Step number 1, do this. Step number 2, do this. When I say technology, एक assumption आपके दिमाग में चल रहा है कि machine बैठा होगा. Had the topic been the process of self-discovery has been outsourced to machines, उसका कुछ और meaning होता. यहाँ कह रहा है the process of discovery has been outsourced to technology. So machine is one of them maybe, but technology is more around some process, एक method है. So if I'm part of a class and the class is talking about some method and I am becoming part of that method and I can discover myself, वो भी technology है. I would love to call that our essay writing is a technology because I have a method to it, I have a process to it. There's a technology of how you can brainstorm. That could have been an insightful discussion for all of you. मैंने पूरा game change कर दिया ना आपका भी. For most of your technology is IT technology, right? वो सोच रहे होगे आप लोग. For most of it, it's a machine लगा के probe your self-discovering. I said, no, see technology more in terms of the method and the process. When I join a spirituality discourse ka class, and my guru tells me, okay, now step number 1, close your eyes. Step number 2, do this. Step number 3, start breathing. Step number 4, now start thinking. And in the process, I discovered something. That's also technology. I don't know how many of you could realize that. Because आप technology को machine के साथ equate कर रहे हैं, इसीलिए you're talking about the negative part every time. You all get it, all of you here? Anyways, that's one part of your brainstorming. Okay, that's your notes. We have here how technology can help in discovery of oneself. Why is technology being chosen path for process of self-discovery? Guys, please write straight questions. Okay, chosen path, ये सब करके लग रहा है कि आप निकल चुके हो, okay, किसी यात्रा पे निकल गए हो. Keep it very simple. Why is technology used for self-discovery? Simple सी बात है. Can self-discovery be possible without technological aid? How is technology related to self-discovery? तो ये वाला और ये वाला थोड़ा सा overlap हो गया. Second and fourth one here. They all sound they sound the same. And this should be actually a last question. Yes, you have said fourth one. And can self-discovery be possible without technological aid? Okay, fine. This thing is the insightful one. Okay, fine. So I'll say with you, the problem is not missing the topic, but I have a problem with the way you sequence it and in terms of the phrasing of the questions. Otherwise, I think, okay, you have got the topic more or less. Who's this one? Okay, so you've got the topic more or less, fine. Okay, but we can think of some smarter questions maybe. Abhi tak no question where say is really striking outstanding types. Okay, look at this one. How technology helps in self-discovery. Why the process of self-discovery has been outsourced. Did man lose originality in discovering himself? Can technology be replacement of discovering himself? This is missing the topic. Why the process had been outsourced? Okay. How technology helps. So maybe I'll combine these two questions together. Why is it outsourced and how does technology help? I'll put them together as one question. Did man lose originality? ये तो पूरा ही non sequitur है. This is missing the topic and you think ये insightful है. Your interesting idea essentially is not on the topic itself. I hope you learned something, all of you all here. I said this is one of the mother of all techniques. So if you combine the canvas with this one, you will struggle how to contain the essay thereafter. Canvas opens up the topic very well, and this one gives you a very precise, okay, I'll say approach to writing an essay. Okay, fine. That's one topic, all of you. Next one, 2020 ka topic hai. Simplicity is ultimate sophistication. But this time be a bit more mindful, okay? Pehle wala I can understand, it went for a toss for most of you. Let's follow a method on this now, okay? So go back, think on, when you are generating questions, forget about insightful hai ya nahi hai or sequence hai ya nahi hai. Aap likho what you think is the best question for this topic. Then come back and rearrange. And then tell us if you have something insightful. So karo pehle. All of you, try now. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. The question, why is simplicity the ultimate sophistication? Is सबसे obvious question. So you have to think beyond this. So why question I will ignore. Anybody is giving why question? Okay, I'll say no, that's not taken. That's वही ऐसे है. And your litmus test will be, if I hide the question, if I hide the topic, will somebody read the question and tell and guess the topic or not? If I read the 5 questions, can somebody infer कि अच्छा यही topic हुआ होगा? All done? Now sequence the question if you have not sequenced it. What do you think is the first logical question? Yes, Sridhar, I can see कि अब आप struggle करके you have come to some type of topic relevance. Topic relevance के ही मतलब होता है. Can somebody guess the topic from your list of questions or not? Have identified which is the most insightful one, all of you? And one more important, let the question be short. Let the question be simple. समझ में आना चाहिए. The essay is not for your self gratification. आप अपने लिए नहीं लिख रहे हो. आप लिख रहे हो किसी और के लिए और वो आपको उस पे marks देगा. ये important point है. You are being evaluated for the essay. You must write so that others can understand this. Otherwise, it's of no consequence. So, काम करते हैं first before I discuss on this one. Let us see how I can decode his topic well. That's what's troubling most of us, right? Okay. So simplicity is ultimate sophistication. Let's try. So what are the alternate phrases of the word simplicity? What are the phrases of the phrase ultimate sophistication? Agar ye do kaam ho gaya, the topic is understood. So what things, okay, are alternate phrases for sophistication? What are the other words for what is simple? What is simple will be what? You cannot say what is simple is not complex. You can't do it like that. What is simple? Yes. What is simple, okay, is obvious. छुपाना नहीं होगा ना, जो होगा वो दिखता होगा. It's obvious, it's simple. What is simple is also comfortable. Obvious, something that is transparent. What is simple? What is simple is relatable. What is simple is also honest. What is simple is also understandable. What is simple is also replicable. बार-बार वही कर सकते हो with ease. So whatever is simple is obvious. What simple is transparent. What simple is honest. What is simple is understandable. Okay, it's not complicated in that sense. Okay, it is replicable. अब बार-बार वही कर सकते हैं आप. What is simple, I mean, if I look at our regular usage, what is simple is also affordable, accessible, absolutely. Now, when we use the word sophistication, बताओ इसके क्या words होंगे? Sophistication is refinement, correct? Okay. What is, नहीं, आप, if you write complex, क्या बढ़ा जाएगा आपका? What is sophisticated is what is refined. What is sophisticated is generally something that seems to be in control. It is superior. What is sophisticated is refined. यानी उसमें कोई उलझा हुआ चीज नहीं है. It's very refined. It is smooth because it is this so desirable. Maybe if he's a sophisticated man, का मतलब क्या होगा? बड़ा smooth होगा. It's also, it exudes confidence. What is sophisticated is confidence. Now we got the point here. अब आप relate करो. Once you have got these words, okay, now you can relate it with. So whatever is simple, obvious is also confident. What is, okay, relatable, what's honest, okay, is also superior. Okay, what is affordable, what is accessible is also refined. What is honest is also refined. Take all of you. And because of all of these things, the confident bhi hai, wo smooth, okay, not that confusion wala nahi hai, the refined hai, wo definitely superior hoga. If you have got this essence, you have got the topic. Fulfill basic needs to need. It's very effective. I mean, if I had more power on this one, I'll say what's sophisticated is always very powerful. It's very powerful and it's very effective. Now imagine karna hoga na what I mean by sophisticated man. What is sophisticated style or tastes? हम किसको बोलते हैं? जो बड़ा powerful होता है, which is very influential. Like at the same time, it has an air of confidence. It has an air of refinement. It's like it has arrived types. That's sophisticated, right? So our notions of sophistication generally is what is rich in terms of money. Okay, what is unapproachable लगता है sophisticated है, but ऐसा नहीं है. So now if you know this relationship, now you're on. अब आप सोच सकते हैं कैसे बनाना है question. So it's like, no, these exercise have to be done parallelly. You're thinking of the questions, you're thinking on the topics. You are rephrasing also parallelly. जब ये साथ चल रहा होगा, your width will open up really nice. Yes, ultimately, yes. What's sophisticated will also be enriched. बल्कि हम बोलेंगे, because of this, this is desirable. Because of this also is enriched. What is sophisticated? Powerful है और बहुत effective, influential, powerful. It is exuding the type of confidence. Therefore, it is desirable and so on. So this is one of the first exercises. There are two measures. Then I say this. There are two measures whether आप वो topic पे लिखेंगे या नहीं लिखेंगे. One is within the first 2-3 minutes. Are you getting these alternate words or not? Or topic rephrase हो रहा है. Rephrase नहीं हो रहा है, then don't touch it. And second test is, are you getting those questions or not? Questions से फंस रहे हैं. You're not able to get good questions. You're stuck on the questions being repetitive. Okay, then I'll say leave the topic. So you'll have to judge a topic on terms of these two steps. Is it okay, all of you here? And now if I rephrase it, वो important discussion है. Rephrase. The rephrase is another test. So using the words, what is powerful, what is effective, are generally those which are honest and which are obvious and transparent. More smooth and refined are those generally which are more accessible, understandable, and something here. Things which are powerful, effective are those which are honest. So अगर आप ये rephrase कर दिया, the work is done. Now, why is it so? In fact, in this exercise, many of these words, these themselves are part of why. Why is simplicity or sophistication? ये उसमें भी आ सकता है, some of these. Is it okay, all of you here? Let's get back to exercise of the questions now. अब देखो, when you are generating questions, you have seen two topics now, ठीक है? जब आप question generate कर रहे हो, make sure जो keywords हैं, the keywords are in most questions. And the keywords together, ये बहुत important है. जैसे, it cannot be what is simplicity, what is sophistication, why are we saying ultimate sophistication? उसमें क्या है ना, आप ज़्यादा एक word पे खोल रहे हैं. I will want keep both the keywords in the sentence and then frame a question. As somebody said that one, no, Divyan said, कि simplicity and sophistication seem to be opposites, but ultimately they are compatible. How? What are the instances in history or examples where simplicity has been a sophistication? Simplicity is sophistication is, however, not perceived so in our present day life. And why? So what I'm doing is, I'm keeping the two keywords together. हम उसे खेल रहे हैं. आगे पीछे हम बनाकर, I'm adding something there. Because if you pick up only one word, it's possible you will digress. आप यहाँ चले जाओगे आप. Okay, this is one step. So when you generate questions, you generate the questions keeping all the keywords together in the same question. Together का मतलब है आगे पीछे खेल लेना. But don't make a question only on one keyword. That's one. The second, for insightfulness, relate the question to any current problem that we have. It is a very easy tool that we can use. Relate the question to any current problem that we have. As I say, think of poverty issues in the world, or say conflicts. Do we have, are the conflicts of today's modern world because we have abandoned simplicity, okay, and adopted different or a more false form of sophistication? Okay, or say our issues related to our climate change interventions is because we look for sophisticated solutions which actually are not very simple. So अगर आप relate कर देते हैं with some important current event, okay, it becomes an insightful one. Talk about how Indian diplomacy is a good example of simple and sophisticated approach. बहुत simple है. Simple क्या है? भाई जो हमें suit करेगा, okay, we will do that, and that's effective. By as long as it does not compromise with any country's sovereignty. That's a very simple idea, no? We will do that, and that's our sophisticated nuance stands. In fact, it's a sophistication word है ना, इसका एक और word होगा nuance. It's very, very nuanced. It's a very, very smart, okay, and nuanced way. इसमें कौन सी बड़ी बात है? I mean, I'm having I want to join the CPEC corridor or not, whether I want to join the BRI or not, but a simple issue है कि don't mess on my sovereignty. Okay, no say trade block, okay, can be messing sovereignty. It's a very simple idea, and that I think is a very nuanced approach. I'm not anti-China or Pakistan. It's very nuanced. I've put my ideas very simple and yet very effectively. So Indian diplomacy is a good example of simple and sophisticated approach. Hope you got the point here. Confidence here, definitely the way what we're talking about is a lot of confidence there. So pick up your topic and frame a question. This was my suggestion. Frame a question around some very important current development or issues. This will be very insightful if you can. See if you can relate it with some type of important current challenge that you have. Third, have a question always on how to imbibe that as a part of society. Jitne bhi aapke, and this is my way forward formula even for the canvas. Jitne bhi abstract topics, all the abstract topics, they have this element of wisdom in them. Agar wisdom hai, so how can we promote it? How can we imbibe in society? How can we teach that to our children? How can we bring that into our governance? Ye pakka question ban sakta hai. How can you imbibe that? Aur ek question ban jayega. In general, what are the examples in our history? Pick up examples of personalities. Pick up examples of some art form, literature. So I will, if I was conscious here, I would have a very good example of simplicity is a person like, and sophistication is a person like President Abul Kalam, right? A simple man, a very sophisticated man. R.K. Narayan, his writings are very simple, but very refined writing. You can't put a flaw in his writings. And the poetries of Rabindranath Tagore, very simple and very sophisticated. Ideas are powerful, effective, refinement hai. The confidence what he says. I think we give a good example of a simple sophistication is the speech of Martin Luther King, I have a dream. Aapne wo suna hai, I have a dream. It's a very powerful speech. It almost became the basis of the civil rights movement of the US. Very simple language mein likha hai and very effective, very powerful. To uthao examples of those kinds from history, from art forms. Movie making mein, if you have interest in movie making, Shyam Benegal movies, if you have seen, or even that matter say effortless acting of Irfan Khan, yes. Very smooth and effective acting and no complications, no over the top loud ones. Ekdam smooth, or even Rajpal Yadav is over the top. Rajkumar Rao. Pankaj Tripathi, yes, I'll agree. उसमें एक अर्दी वाला फील है, जमीन से जुड़ा हुआ. अमोल पालेकर, absolutely very nice. Amol Palekar, Nasruddin Shah. Yes, I mean, if you belong to that generation, if you have seen some of that acting, very smooth, simple acting. So now you know. देखो आपके ऐसे को बनाना इंटरेस्टिंग बनाना है. तो एग्जांपल्स दें, कि बुक्स एग्जांपल दें, कुछ मूवीज सॉन्ग्स एग्जांपल दें, simple songs. Okay, today's, if you see some of them, I mean, I know those songs of 70s, 60s I like personally. Okay, the songs of Lata Mangeshkar. Okay, some of them are very, very nuanced, but some of the very simple songs, but very effective songs. That lady, Shubha Lakshmi. You know Shubha Lakshmi's singing prowess. Very effortless singing. Okay, and very, very simple. It's almost like that childlike thing ke voice mein. Read about her if you know this. See, how can you know these things? Beta, aapko thoda padhna padega, okay? So I am appealing to those who have done some reading, who have some exposure. Use that advantage. Or if nahi kiya hai, then do whatever you can. But you always will be challenged by those who have done this kind of work. इसीलिए बोलते हैं ultimately कहीं ना कहीं आपके hobbies होने चाहिए, something serious you pursue. So there are a lot of examples of simple and simplicity and sophistication. Okay, so bring examples from art, culture, literature, movies, okay, from songs. He says Sachin Tendulkar. Okay, is a simple and yes, he is actually. He has a boyish character in him. Correct. I will not say if MS Dhoni was as simple, okay? He was definitely a thinking mind of different kind. Complex and sophisticated example is Saurav Ganguly. He always had the chip on his shoulder. कि मैं हूं तो राजा हूं. He took his Maharaja term very, very seriously. Okay, Roger Federer. Yes, I agree. It's not the typical simple principles wala. No complicated shots. Baseline से baseline तक. थका दो आदमी को हारेगा कैसे नहीं हारेगा वो. Okay, I think you have the examples now. My work is done. From sports, from movies, from literature, from paintings. Okay, I find the mandala art as simple and sophisticated. It has an element of sophistication. Yes, Rahul Dravid also. Absolutely, yes. Okay, fine. Okay, so you guys are on. So these 4 or 5 things yaad rakhna. Generate a question. Don't break the topics. Relate with some important development, some important news. Relate that with some examples and talk about way forward. A way forward एक question बन जाना चाहिए. Basically, any planning, जहाँ पर straight lines हैं, simple designs हैं, they're enduring. In fact, एक और word आएगा. What is sophisticated is also enduring. Yes, absolutely. Buddha's 8-fold path. A very simple and sophisticated guide to life and living. एक बार आपका words खुल गया, then तो you bring in whatever you have from history. Okay. The nature was a very nice one. I liked it. I think Divyansh did that. How simple and sophistication is probably the nuanced aspect of nature itself. The nature operates. I think it's okay, all of you. So that's one technique I had to discuss. I'm running behind by 1 class. Okay, so ठीक है. एक और करना था discussion, but we run out of time now. That's what I'm saying. That when you frame the questions, keep the keywords together. उनको आप हटाओ मत. Whenever you have a question, keep both the keywords or 3 keywords. आना चाहिए उसके अंदर में. ठीक है, all of you? So fine then, that's for today. Oh, we have time almost done here. Okay. Thanks all of you. Bye-bye.